everyone! Welcome back to Gwent, and welcome back to Shupe. I'm sorry that I missed today. I actually have a couple of important announcements regarding that. One, I probably won't be editing this channel much, except of course for making sure that the music is very consistent, and making sure that it is in fact up. I will cut the front and the end to make sure that it all matches, but aside from that, I will probably not be editing my videos anymore, and starting as soon as I can get my streaming service up, I probably won't be editing the Gwent videos at all. I'll send them directly to YouTube or directly to Twitch, and you'll be able to see them there. The second big announcement is, of course, that I am putting up videos on Nerd Vanguard, for those of you who don't know about that. Annotation above, if I remember to put it there, yeah. And that's pretty much it. Oh, there will only be one video per day now. It will either be the Mega Man video, the Gwent video, or whatever else that I happen to come up with. I might not stick to a pure Gwent schedule, except for streaming when the Pro Ladder. I might switch to MTG Arena or some other games. I'm going to just play around with it and see what people want. I'm going to keep playing Gwent in my spare time, but unless people are interested in it, I'm not going to cast it every day like I currently am. Oh, and I will not be posting on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday of next week. That's all. And with that, let's talk about this deck. So, this is Mill Shupe. A mill deck draws cards for both you and your opponent until eventually. Oh wait, no, let me make this deck better. Hang on, I just realized. So here will allow me to draw another card using my leader, potentially. I think it's actually better in this deck to. So this is a chance of not working, but I'm going to say that let's play to tempo instead of to drawing the opponent's card, which, you know, might be stupid, but let's give it a shot. I would like to use Tibor instead. He's right here, and I don't have him. That's okay. You want to know what we can do when we don't have a Tibor? We look in our commons. We find how many commons you don't have. You realize that you have a full set of a lot of commons. You don't really want to get rid of any of them. You cry. And then you get rid of this guy. Because fuck spies. Oh, another big announcement. I will probably be doing all Gwent gameplay in voices, which I will do in, like, voice acting voices, which you will hear in this season of Magic as soon as the game starts. But until then, let's get a Tibor, craft him up, and hope for the best. Now, Tibor, you better win me a game. If you don't win me a game, I will destroy you. Okay, let's do this. So the idea behind this is with Mill, you will make sure that you and your opponent draw most, if not all, of your deck. And with Shupe, it's one of the strongest cards in the deck, worth roughly 25 points. And with Tibor, it's worth another 25 points with a huge downside. Let's see if this actually works, or whether I get completely screwed and stumped. Let's go! Hello there, noble viewers. It's a pleasure to see you, and a pleasure to have drawn these wonderful cards. As you can see, this is a completely legit mill deck, complete with swears and everything. Not saying that swears would be even halfway good with this particular setup. Now, let's get these cards going, for they are shit. Now that the shit is gone, it's time to hit the fan. Let's try and convince him that we are in fact some kind of deck that uses Nilfgaardian, perhaps a hand buff style deck. If I do that, maybe this Axeman deck, which will want a long round 3, will in fact cry. Now I have to decide whether I want to convince him I'm a soldier deck or a hand buff deck. And I think he might believe a soldier deck a little bit more. Let's see how our opponent reacts. He is apparently using On-Crate Swordsman, for he is a dildo. Let us see whether he has more On-Crate Swordsman, shall we? Let's go screw yourselves. He either has all of them in hand, or is in fact an asshole. Son of a bitch. He is an Axeman deck after all. Who would have thought, with the Axemans prefer a leader, and the Axeman, usually the only viable deck that uses this leader, that this is in fact an Axeman deck. What a liar, and a cheat. Now then, I don't want a long round against this tumbleweed. So, let us play this and do this. Now that we have our steam engine underway, he has decided to use his weather. His weather, which we expected the entire time, if we're being completely honest. This is more like a scare tactic than anything else, for the X-Men actually have the best late game, or one of the best late games in the entire game. Late game, I mean long rounds. So, with a person trying to scare us off, who has a ridiculously good long round, I guess we're just going to play infinitely, aren't we? Alright, I will probably be changing the voice that I use from time to time, for it turns out that that is actually quite hard to keep up. If I use different vocal chords, I should be able to at least improve my vocal quality. Here is the Axeman that I called. I fucking called it! You son of a bitch! I knew it! I knew, you dastardly dastard fiend! Oh, it feels good to be right. He's gonna be able to revive this bastard. This is gonna lead to one hell of a late round. But, for the moment, I might actually consider passing here. I joke to myself, or who would ever truly consider passing against an opponent such as this? Let's try and return this to our hands, for I do not mind going down 2 cards. If I have to go down 3, that is when my opponent will be a complete, as they say, dickweed. I realize that this deck has no sense of removal, but that is just part of its charm. I am still ahead. I am as surprised as you are. If I play this card down again... Oh, but no. I want to buff one of my own cards. So I might do the unthinkable and just lay this bad boy down. On the other hand, can I kill this Axeman? No. No, I cannot. What a shame. Willikers. But do I want to use Swears to remove this Axeman? Unless he has both in his hand, this could be a wise maneuver. Both are in his hand. That asshole. What a dickweed. It appears that we have made a tactical blunder. When we could have caused him to mill another card, we, in fact, do not have that privilege. Ow. What a dillweed. Well, as dillweeds do, let us do too. Do. Ow. If he chooses to give up now, I will go down one more card. Since he has chosen not to, I must give up myself, for this is bonkers. Well, I'm really hoping that we draw Avalok. For I was counting on that Swears to actually do something. Hello there, Avalok. You are, in fact, the most welcome of friends. Unless my opponent revives his Axeman, he will experience severe trauma. I will now experience severe trauma, for my game has crashed. Thank you, dear watchers, for seeing high-quality Gwent gameplay. I'm never gonna do that voice. Goodbye. Again. I will never do that voice again, unless I really feel like it. That fucking hurts. How do voice actors keep doing that? Like, hang on. Let me try a different voice. It strengthens the vocal cords. It makes you feel like a natural woman. It makes you feel fantastic. Why is this card in my deck? I actually can't remember. This is a disturbing feature. Welcome back to Gwent. High quality Gwent gameplay. In the last round, we of course crashed. But now, you will see the glory of this deck. In action. Enacted. For glory. Ah yes, of course, a reveal deck. And we still have no method of dealing damage. I think I'm going to remove the Swears from the deck. I have to choose now what to do. My opponent is going to win this round, and that is a shame. But how much shall he win by? Leroy Jenkins! I hate you. Well, everyone, this is why you need damage in a deck. If I had an ability to deal damage and kill this thing, he would be 7, 14. He would only be at 14 points right now, and this wouldn't be the god-awesome opener that it is. In fact, the fact that he doesn't have 3 of these means it's actually worse than normal. Every deck should have a way of creating at least 7 consistent damage just to deal with greatswords and this thing. Although, really, you should, if you want to get good at this game, what you should probably do is think about all the cards that are really popular or considered really good in the meta, and then construct a method of dealing with all of them. This deck, of course, has no damage whatsoever, and is sort of just for fun. Speaking of which, fuck this shit, I'm out. Reveal does have a really good opener, though. One thing that my normal Shupe deck, the one in the Grandmaster video, link above here, does that, you know, actually this one doesn't, is it generates a lot of tempo. And I think that that's actually why most people use Scoia'tael. I think I got lucky when I was just making mine because I got a good deck when I was starting out, and then I just chose to make it. So that worked out okay for me. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm gonna put this card down right here. I'm gonna have myself a beer. Oh, I don't have a spy in this deck because I thought I would draw most of my cards without it. I think that that might actually be what they call a dumbass decision, but let's find out. This deck, in fact, was made in 15 minutes. If it was a piece of art, it would be made in MS Paint. I failed to do the voices, I realize, but I think that my facetious tone and manner of speaking will more than likely convince you that this is 100% super serial. Ow. Ow. Is he trying to murder me? I mean, he could. He actually might murder me this round. That would be a shame. Well, let's do this first. Fuck this shit, I'm out. That's why he's in the deck. Oh, that makes sense. What a dick. Did you see how much damage that was? That was like more than 5. If you're trying to do the math on this, so he's gonna be at 5 as soon as this thing like falls. Okay. Alright. So he's actually 10 ahead now. If this guy can deal a ton of damage, again, like, when I said consistent 7 damage, I mean deal with 3 of these, and also the ability to revive them, in other decks, in, like, Greatsword. Probably one of the biggest reasons that Greatswords is an annoying piece of shit is one of them is going to be 10 strength, debatably 9 strength, and they get the ability to revive them, like, 4 times, and potentially be, well, they used to be able to potentially generate another one, so it was almost impossible to actually get shit done. And that was annoying as balls, as they used to say back in the place with the thing. So, my opponent's going to draw 2 cards. Now, as you can see, I'm actually still ahead by 3. Since I'm ahead by 3, I can keep on going. He's going to keep revealing shit, and when he reveals things, it's going to hurt. Reveal does a lot of damage if these things stay up. What deals at least 7 damage to an opponent that Nilfgaard has? I think that one of the reasons why Alchemy is generally considered the strongest is it has the tools to deal with this thing. Like, there's nothing else that Nilfgaard really has that can deal with this. I mean, I guess I could throw in a mage, but that would just be one thing. Like, there's probably something I'm forgetting. I mean, obviously I'm forced to fight at this point. So let's throw this guy out here. And he's probably going to pass. Well, you made the poor choice, sir. Ha! Dealing 16 damage to my units that get stronger over time? You should have been thinking about your own self, sir. Zinger. Dick. That was literally my last draw card, man. I hate to tell you. Bad choice. So, okay. Is he gonna try and 2-0 me, is really the question. Oh, he has Scorch. I forget that his deck runs Scorch, so he's probably gonna murder this. Yeah, he's gonna try and murder me. Alright. Alright. So obviously Vicovaro, Novice is now the worst thing I can draw. I have 32 points to make up. And I have a Joachim in my deck. So, I guess I got that going for me. Get your 1 point. I'm gonna have to use this anyways, and everyone knows it. Probably should have done that from the beginning, but oh well. Good now. Why did I put it on that route? Well, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have triggered Burn a Nation no matter what I did. Now's a good time to leave if you want to, good sir. Is there a soldier? Oh yeah, there are a couple soldiers remaining. So let's make this one strong. My slave infantry, of course, are leading the charge. Raising their standard high. You can actually see the standard bearer in the picture, being almighty. Almighty, mighty. Letting it all hang out. She's a brick house. Brick house. This is a dead card. All the rest of the cards here aren't too good. He knows I have 25 points, so I got that going for me. Oh, I can use a Seer to put Revive back in the deck, as well as Mahakam. So I don't need Revive, so Mahakam seems like the best. Is there anything else I want to put back in my deck? What did he do? Hang on. The last thing that he did was... Oh, he played a little thingy. And what did he do it on? Something on here got stronger or weaker. I didn't see anything die, because I wasn't paying any attention. But okay, I'll assume that he made something really big die. Whatever. I don't care. I ship it. I don't... Oh! Oh! Oh, of course. Swears. He made Swears weaker, because he was at 19. Oh! Okay. Yeah, he took away... He did essentially 16 damage with that. That was a big amount of damage. I grant you that, sir. That was a big amount of damage. And now he has to play even, or better. And that's going to be hard for him. And he knows it, too. This is actually probably my weakest play. He knows Rat Tosser is a thing, so he's gonna just throw down like a 1 strength thing to handle it. Need damage. That's what I learned from this playthrough. I really need damage. Without damage, I am unable to do anything, and I still haven't drawn any Shupe. That is amazingly bad. Well, I guess I'm doing this then. Let's put Mahakamail back in the deck. And is there anything else I even want? Not really. Huh. Yeah, no, there's nothing I want. So I'm just trying to keep it so that my Tibor will actually win me the round. That'll work. So if I do that, that's 14. But it thins the deck, and I did it anyways for this reason. So let's do this. He's probably going to pass here. He really should, to be honest. At this point, it's becoming clear that I'm going to win this round. And then if he's not doing rather well, I'm going to be able to charge and win. Okay. He just got rid of 2 cards in his hand by doing that. Interesting. So now, if I play Tibor, I'm just going to... Okay. Take the rat. Works for me. Okay, now I have a 25 strength card and a 5 strength card. So this should work out pretty well. Oh, I actually should have used the Nausicaa Sergeant earlier. Now that I'm thinking about it, he revealed several units in my hand. If I had used the Nausicaa Sergeant then, in order to empower one of the things that he had revealed, I could have been extremely powerful. Shupe, please? Oh, no Shupe. Never Shupe. Is there a way I can trigger this to get something? So obviously I want to do this. Well, there's Vilgefortz. So now I have a 50% chance of winning. What do I want to steal of his? What's the best thing I could steal? I can deal 10 damage by doing this. I can deal 9 damage with that. I can grab this. Oh, I could have grabbed that and made it stronger. Oh well. Well, I gotta grab something. So let's decide now. Since this is the same as my damage dealing, I'm just gonna grab my dude. Especially since I will be able to draw a card. Hopefully Shupe. Cool. Let's end this with a Shupe. Come on. Yes! Yes! It doesn't matter if it wasn't played, it was the thought that counted. It was the thought that counted. And now you can see, Mill Shupe, 100% successful. 100% guaranteed success. Tier, at least, like, you don't need tier 1. Tier 1 is obviously the lowest of the barrel. 1, lowest number. We go up to rank 21 here, and let me tell you, tier 21, that's about where this deck is. Bam! Tier 3. And I hope you all have a wonderful... Oh. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. No, that sucks. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.